Impact Wrestling results March 3, 22. First match, Eddie Edwards vs Steve Maclin. Edwards attacks Maclin before the bell rings. Haymaker exchange. Edwards drives his knee into the midsection of Maclin. Edwards with a knife-edge chop. Maclin kicks Edwards in the gut. Edwards and Maclin are brawling around the ringside area. Edwards headbutts Maclin. Maclin reverses out of the Irish whip from Edwards. Maclin drops Edwards with a running knee. Maclin rolls Edwards back into the ring. Maclin repeatedly stomps on Edwards' chest. Maclin with forearm shivers. Maclin whips Edwards across the ring. Edwards holds onto the ropes. Edwards dumps Maclin out of the ring. Edwards with a running boot. Edwards slides out of the ring. Maclin lands the suicide dive. Maclin is fired up. Maclin tosses Edwards back inside the ring. Maclin hooks the outside leg for a 2 count. Maclin with forearm shivers. Chop exchange. Edwards scores a right jab. Running forearm exchange. Edwards hits the Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2 count. Edwards and Maclin are trading back and forth shots. Edwards talks smack to the crowd. Edwards whips Maclin across the ring. Edwards clotheslines Maclin. Edwards is lighting up Maclin's chest. Second chop exchange. Edwards kicks Maclin in the gut. Edwards goes for a vertical suplex, but Maclin lands back on his feet. Maclin ducks a clothesline from Edwards. Both men are knocked down after a double forearm knockdown. Forearm exchange. Maclin with the Oronage backbreaker. Maclin sends Edwards to the corner. Maclin with a running clothesline. Maclin with the Olympic slam. Maclin ascends to the top turnbuckle. Edwards with a flying boot. Edwards with clubbing blows to Maclin's back. Maclin gets Edwards tied up in the Tree of Woe. Maclin delivers the corner spear. Maclin ducks a clothesline from Edwards. Maclin with a belly-to-back suplex on the ring apron. Maclin with a flying elbow drop off the apron. Maclin rolls Edwards back into the ring. Edwards clocks Maclin with a kendo stick which forces the disqualification. After the match, Edwards continues to whip Maclin with the kendo stick. Team Impact storms into the ring to make the save. Winner, Steve Maclin via disqualification. Second match, Heath with Team Impact vs Vincent W/Honor. No more collar and elbow tie-up. Heath backs Vincent into the turnbuckles. The referee calls for a clean break. Strong lock-up. Heath applies a side headlock. Vincent whips Heath across the ring. Heath drops Vincent with a shoulder tackle. Heath taunts Vincent. Back to the collar and elbow tie-up. Heath applies a waist lock. Vincent decks Heath with a back elbow smash. Vincent whips Heath across the ring. Vincent scores the elbow knockdown. Heath applies a waist lock. Heath with a side headlock takeover. Vincent answers with the head scissors escape. That leads us to a quick standoff in the center of the ring. Vincent kicks Heath in the gut. Heath with a liver shot. Heath slams Vincent's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Heath transitions into a corner mount. Heath repeatedly slams Vincent's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Heath stomps on the midsection of Vincent. Heath with 2 sharp elbow strikes. Heath talks smack to Honor No More. Heath whips Vincent across the ring. Vincent ducks a clothesline from Heath. Vincent clotheslines Heath. Vincent with 2 uppercuts. Heath reverses out of the Irish whip from Vincent. Vincent with a swinging neck breaker for a 2 count. Vincent hammers down on the back of Heath's neck. Heath kicks Vincent in the gut. Heath is throwing haymakers at Vincent. Heath with an inverted atomic drop. Following a snapmare takeover, Heath kicks Vincent in the back for a 2 count. Heath is raining down haymakers. Heath with a forearm smash. Heath continues to hammer down on the back of Vincent's neck. Heath kicks Vincent in the face. Heath with a straight right hand. Taven trips Heath from the outside. Vincent with a toe kick. Vincent with a running neck breaker. Vincent has complete control of the match during the commercial break. Vincent tees off on Heath. Heath reverses out of the Irish whip from Vincent. Vincent with a tilt-a-whirl side Russian leg sweep for a 2 count. Heath with heavy body shots. Vincent kicks Heath in the gut. Heath reverses out of the Irish whip from Vincent. Vincent kicks Heath in the face. Heath blocks a boot from Vincent. Vincent with a backdrop driver. Vincent hits the flatliner for a 2 count. Vincent applies a front face lock. Heath drives Vincent back first into the turnbuckles. Heath with clubbing shoulder blocks. Heath puts Vincent on the top turnbuckle. Vincent punches Heath. Vincent applies the guillotine choke. Heath attacks the midsection of Vincent. Heath with a vertical suplex. Heath with a series of haymakers. Heath whips Vincent across the ring. Heath clotheslines Vincent. Heath drops Vincent with the big boot. Vincent sidesteps Heath into the turnbuckles. Vincent connects with the redrum for a 2 count. Vincent with a forearm smash. Heath reverses out of the Irish whip from Vincent. Heath denies the tilt-a-whirl side Russian leg sweep. Heath plants Vincent with the wake-up call to pick up the victory. After the match, Team Impact starts brawling with Honor No More. Moose inadvertently clotheslines Taven. Heath ducks a clothesline from Moose. Heath drops Moose with the wake-up call. Winner, Heath via pinfall, Jake Something/Trey Miguel vignette. This week's Impact Plus flashback moment of the week is, Team 3D vs Beer Money vs. The Motor City Machine Guns from TNA Sacrifice 2010. Third match, Masha Slamovich vs Raychell Rose collar and elbow tie up. Slamovich backs Rose into the turnbuckles. Slamovich with 2 overhand chops. Rose reverses out of the Irish whip from Slamovich. Rose with a rising knee strike. Slamovich responds with the Shining Wizard. Slamovich talks smack to Rose. Slamovich with a sit-out powerbomb. Slamovich connects with the snowplow to pick up the victory. Winner, Masha Slamovich via pinfall. Fourth match, Cassie Lee with Jessie McKay vs Madison. Rayne with the influence. Rayne with forearm shivers. Rayne whips Lee across the ring. Rayne scores the elbow knockdown. Rayne is choking Lee with her boot. Rayne punches Lee in the back. Rayne with a forearm smash. Rayne mocks Lee. Lee with a double leg takedown. Lee transitions into a ground and pound attack. Dashwood pulls Rayne out of the ring. Lee tugs on Rayne's hair. Rayne decks Lee with a jawbreaker. Rayne slams Lee's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Rayne uses the middle rope as a weapon. Dashwood attacks Lee behind the referee's back. Rayne applies a wrist lock. Rayne with the bridging Northern Lights suplex for a 2 count. Rayne applies a rear chin lock. Lee with a deep arm drag. Lee kicks Rayne in the gut. Lee sidesteps Rayne into the turnbuckles. Lee scores the elbow knockdown. Lee clotheslines Rayne. Lee drops Rayne with a leg lariat. Lee is fired up. Lee with a forearm/hammer elbow combination. Lee sends Rayne to the corner. Lee repeatedly stomps on Rayne's chest. Lee with a running boot. Dashwood continues to attack Lee behind the referee's back. McKay nearly runs into Lee. Dashwood tells Lee to drop her. Rayne is distracted by this odd melee. Lee with a leaping roundhouse kick. Lee connects with the Inspiral to pick up the victory. Winner, Cassie Lee via pinfall. Fifth match, Tasha Steelz with Savannah Evans vs Chelsea Green. Mickie James joins the commentary team for this match. Steelz drives her knee into the midsection of Green. Steelz headbutts Green. Steelz with a forearm smash. Steelz with a running uppercut. Steelz follows that with a step-up enziguri. Following a snapmare takeover, Steelz goes for the PK, but Green rolls her over for a 2 count. Green with a running knee for a 2 count. Green with a step-up enziguri. Short arm reversal by Steelz. Steelz hits the code breaker. Steelz with a seated senton. Steelz headbutts the lower back of Green. Steelz puts her leg on the back of Green's neck. The referee admonishes Steelz. Steelz repeatedly stomps on Green's chest. Steelz with the Irish whip. Green kicks Steelz in the face. Green with the sunset flip for a 2 count. Steelz scores the elbow knockdown for a 1 count. Steelz with clubbing sledges across the back of Green. Steelz continues to stomp on Green's chest. Steelz poses for the crowd. Steelz headbutts Green. Steelz is putting the boots to Green in the corner. Steelz is choking Green with her boot. Steelz talks smack to McKay. Steelz unloads 2 right jabs. Green decks Steelz with a back elbow smash. Steelz sidesteps Green into the turnbuckles. Green with another back elbow. Green launches Steelz over the top rope. Steelz with a shoulder block. Steelz slips over Green's back. Steelz slides under Green. Steelz sends Green into the ropes. Steelz with a running uppercut. Both ladies are knocked down after a double clothesline. Green avoids the pump kick. Green with 2 clotheslines. Green with a corner clothesline. Green whips Steelz into the turnbuckles. Green drops Steelz with the backstabber. Green hits the curb stomp into the bottom turnbuckle pad for a 2 count. Steelz denies the "I'm prettier." Steelz unloads 2 knife-edge chops. Green blocks a lariat from Steelz. Green with a lifting flatliner for a 2 count. Steelz with a jawbreaker. Green denies the crucifix bomb. Steelz thrust kicks the midsection of Green. Steelz with the stratusfaction for a 2 count. Green denies the cutter. Steelz dumps Green out of the ring. Evans drop kicks Green with the big boot. McKay was reminded that Green didn't want her to get involved in the match. Evans rolls Green back into the ring. Steelz plants Green with the frog splash to pick up the victory. Winner, Tasha Steelz via pinfall. 6th match, JONAH vs Johnny. Swinger collar and elbow tie up. Swinger rakes the eyes of JONAH. Swinger laughs at JONAH. JONAH denies the side Russian leg sweep. JONAH body slams Swinger. JONAH with a sentence splash. JONAH drags Swinger to the corner. JONAH connects with the tsunami splash to pick up the victory. After the match, JONAH prepares for another tsunami. PCO appears on the stage. JONAH headbutts PCO. JONAH is throwing haymakers at PCO. JONAH body slams PCO. JONAH plants PCO with the tsunami. PCO rises back on his feet. PCO ducks a clothesline from JONAH. PCO clotheslines JONAH over the top rope. Winner, JONAH via pinfall. Updated Impact Sacrifice 2022 Match Card 1. Jay White vs Alex Shelley 2. Trey Miguel, C, vs Jake Something for the Impact X Division Championship 3. The Inspiration, C, vs. The Influence with Caleb Kinley for the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship 4. JONAH vs PCO 5. Eddie Edwards vs Rhino 6. Moose, C, vs Heath for the Impact World Championship 7. The Good Brothers, C, vs Violent by Design for the Impact World Tag Team Championship 8. Mickie James, C, vs Tasha Steelz with Savannah Evans for the Impact Knockouts Championship 7th match, The Bullet Club vs. The Guerrillas of Destiny and Violent by Design in a no disqualification match. Appear 6 brawl ensues before the bell rings. All hell is breaking loose in New Orleans. Scott D'Amore appears on the stage and declares that this match has now changed to a no disqualification match. Gallows uppercuts Loa. Gallows is throwing haymakers at Loa. Gallows dumps Loa out of the ring. Good Brothers gangs up on Tonga. Loa cracks Gallows with a steel chair. Anderson kicks Loa in the ribs. Anderson with the Irish whip. Tonga clotheslines Anderson. Haymaker exchange. Tonga tosses Anderson out of the ring. Loa with a flying forearm smash to Gallows. Doering goes for a body slam, but White lands back on his feet. White repeatedly kicks the left knee of Doering. White unloads 3 knife-edge chops. White with 2 running forearm smashes. Doering drops White with a shoulder tackle. White hits Doering with a trash can lid. God and Good Brothers are brawling on the outside. Diener wedged a trash can in between the turnbuckles. Bay with a spinning back kick. Diener reverses out of the Irish whip from Bay. Bay with a shoulder block. Bay slips over Diener's back. Bay ducks a clothesline from Diener. Diener grabs the trash can. Bay sweeps out the legs of Diener. Bay kicks Diener in the face. Bay puts the trash can over Diener's head. Bay with a double foot stomp. Bay poses for the crowd. Doering catches Bay in mid-air. Doering dumps Bay back first on the ring apron. Anderson uppercuts Tonga. Anderson brings Tonga up the rampway. Gallows attacks Loa with a baseball bat. Tong denies the gun stun. Tonga clotheslines Anderson. Gallows goes for a body slam, but Tonga lands back on his feet. Loa drives the bat into the midsection of Gallows. Loa starts choking Gallows with the bat. White wraps a steel chain around Doering's neck. Doering sends White back first into the trash can. Doering rolls White back into the ring. White avoids the diving headbutt. White goes for the Blade Runner, but Doering counters with a running lariat. Gallows with the big boot. Loa attacks Gallows with the trash can lid. Tonga with a running forearm smash. Bay with a forearm smash. Loa denies the art of finesse. Loa spears Bay. Tonga tosses Bay out of the ring. Good Brothers runs interference. God and Good Brothers brings their melee to the backstage area. White bumps into Doering. Doering body slams White. Doering with the elbow drop. Diener lands the diving headbutt for a 2 count. Bay decks Doering with a jawbreaker. Bay kicks Doering in the gut. Bay with the roundhouse kick. Bay drop kicks Doering. Bay ducks a clothesline from Doering. Doering with a running crossbody block for a 2 count. Doering pulls out a door from under the ring. Doering goes for a powerbomb, but Bay lands back on his feet. Bay sends Doering shoulder first into the door. Diener drives a chair into the midsection of Bay. Diener goes for the Diener DDT, but White counters with the sleeper suplex. White connects with the Blade Runner into the chair to pick up the victory. After the match, the God/Good Brother brawl spills towards the parking lot area to close the show. Winner, the Bullet Club via pinfall.